Firefly is definitely different creatively than Buffy and Angel because A, it's not a giant sweeping metaphor, it's not a very sort of over-the-top melodrama, it's trying to be a little more of a sort of lived-in feel, working class folk just trying to get it done. At the same time, big epic stories, big hero moments, lots of action and adventure, which is similar, but it's not it's not a fantasy, even though it takes place inside a spaceship. I decided to feature Mandarin Chinese for one very good reason. I didn't know it was Mandarin Chinese. I actually wanted Cantonese, which more people speak. Mandarin's a little more formal, and I would have gone Cantonese, but I didn't check the translations to find out they were Mandarin until about 2 weeks ago. So Mandarin it is, but I went with Chinese so that we could sort of meld the two cultures. I could have the Western culture, the American culture, and the Chinese as kind of having grown together. Since they are the two great superpowers of this Earth, I thought instead of killing each other, as everybody seems to be predicting we will, what if they in fact came up together and kind of melded, and the Anglo-Sino alliance is in fact sort of America and China. There's two major planets in the core. The central planets are Sinon, which is basically China, and Londinium, which is basically America. The Ballad of Serenity, which I've heard two responses to. One is, hey, I really like it, can't get it out of my head, and it's horrible, I can't get it out of my head. So I'm fine with either of those. I actually wrote before I wrote the pilot. As soon as I took the meeting and they said, yes, we love this show and we want you to go and write it and film it, I went home and wrote the theme song. Because it kind of just, I was in that mood. I was in the mindset of someone who was writing a blues song because they just lost the war, and it kind of reflects either going up into space or dying, so it seemed to have that bluesy feel. The recording we eventually did is a lot sort of more pumped up because it's more for the action show and the fucks for all of it, but I wanted it to have the feel of we lost the war, but I still have the one thing nobody can take from me, my freedom. Well, I know everything about technology and science and those bzzzt things and with the tubes, and I can't tie my shoes. So I don't care about science at all in the sense of it's not what a story's about. On the other hand, the more grounded it is, the better for the show. I try to ask people who actually have knowledge of some kind about something when I'm doing something that involves science, because I'm completely useless on the subject myself. It doesn't drive the story. It will never drive the story, but it really helps it. There was a big debate about whether you did actually need oxygen around the firing mechanism of a gun when we did Our Mrs. Reynolds, but we went with it because we were told by a supposed expert that you did, and it sounded all science-y, and I think people do appreciate that it's something they can relate to, that we feel like we're living in a real world. So it's very important, but I am completely useless on the subject. Do any of the characters reflect my personality? In a way, they're all pieces of me. Mal's really grouchy, Wash is really cowardly, Zoe's really fat, and River talks too much. The characters aren't really based on people I know. The people I know are they're scum, and they're trying to kill me. They think I don't know what I do.